So today we are going to learn about C programming. So before starting C programming, let us understand the fundamentals of C programming. C programming language was developed in the year 1972 by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Laboratories at AT&T Laboratories, that is the American Telephone and Telegraph, which is located in USA. Dennis Ritchie is known as the founder of the C language programming. It was developed to overcome the problems of previous languages such as B and BCPL languages. Initially, C language was developed for Unix operating system. It inherits many features of previous languages such as B and BCPL, and C programming is considered as the base of the other programming languages. So this is why it is known as the mother languages of all programming languages. Let's see the programming languages that were developed before C languages as shown in this table. As you can see at the left hand side, the many languages that were developed before C language. So for example, Algol programming language, which was developed in the year 1960 and developed by International Group, and BCPL developed in the year 1967 and developed by Martin Richard, and language B language, which was developed in the year 1970 by Ken Thompson. Then a traditional C, which was developed in the year 1972 by Dennis Ritchie. Then K and RC language, which was developed in the year 1978 by Kernel and the Dennis Ritchie. And ANSI C in the year 1989, that is developed by ANSI C committee. Then ANSI C bar ISOC developed in the year 1990 by ISO committee. Then C99 developed in the year 1999 by standardization committee. Anywhere you go for an interview, C programming language is the most basic and very important aspect which the recruiters are looking for. It can be defined by the following ways. It is a mother language, it is a system programming language, it is a procedure oriented programming language, and it is a structured programming language, and it is a middle level programming language. C language is considered as the mother language of all the modern programming languages because most of the compilers like JVM, Kernel, etc. are written in C language, and most of the programming languages follow the C syntax. For example, C++, Java, C Sharp. So these languages which follows the C syntax. It provides the core concepts like the array, strings, functions, file handling, etc. So that are being used in many languages like C Sharp, Java, then C++, etc. A system programming language is used to create system software. C language is a system programming language because it can be used to do a low level programming. For example, it is used to develop the drivers and the kernel. It is generally used to create hardware devices, operating system, drivers, kernels, etc. For example, a Linux kernel which is written in C programming language. A procedure is known as a function, method, routine, subroutine, etc. In a procedure language specifies a series of steps for the program to solve a given problem. A procedure language breaks the program into functions, data structures, etc. C is a procedure language, and C is a structured programming language. Structure means to break a program into parts or blocks so that it can be easy to understand. In a C language, we break the program into parts using functions. So we'll see later about the functions used in C programming, and it makes the program easier to understand and it is easy to modify. C is considered as a middle level language because it supports the features of both low level language and high level language. A low level language it specifies to one machine, that is machine dependent. It is a machine dependent, it is fast to run, but it is not easy to understand. A high level language is not specific to one machine, that is it is a machine independent and it is easy to understand. So hence a C programming is called as a middle level language. In this tutorial you are going to learn in detail about C programming.